Hi, I'm Tara Lee Cobble of the Bible Recap podcast and book, and today you and I get to talk about the verse of the day, Proverbs 19:17. Here's what it says. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. This verse really gives us a glimpse into God's heart. God loves generosity. God loves the poor. What's interesting to me about this verse is that King Solomon is the one who is attributed with writing it, and he was the wealthiest man who ever lived. Sometimes it can be easy or even natural to despise or mistrust people who have a different socioeconomic status than us. So it would have been very natural for him as a wealthy person to have turned his nose up at the needy, or even to have been so removed and distant from them that he didn't even think about them at all because he was so sheltered away in his palace. But not only was Solomon the richest man who was living, he's also the wisest, according to 1 Kings chapter 4. And in his wisdom, he wrote this proverb about generosity. One thing I love about this proverb is that it shows us that God identifies himself with the poor. Solomon says giving to the poor is like giving to God himself. It's lending to the Lord. And then we see that God responds to generosity with generosity of his own. He rewards those who are generous to the poor. Now, to be fair, it doesn't say what he rewards us with. We can't go around assuming that this means that if you buy a poor person a $10 dinner, that you're going to find a $20 bill on the sidewalk. That's not necessarily how this works, and that's actually a good thing because God's generosity occurs on a much bigger scale, on an eternal scale. It's possible that it means you might get a financial reward, sure, but it's also possible that it means something less tenuous and fleeting, something more substantial, like joy and peace, or humility and gratitude. Maybe he rewards you with greater character. After all, the very act of generosity is demonstrating that you trust God to provide. You're building your character through that, by demonstrating that trust, because it shows that you trust that God will meet your needs, even as you give away some of your means. So today, how will you be generous? Today, how will you demonstrate God's love to the people around you?